This is my third option for part 2 of the Saturn tutorial. I've solved all of these edge pieces around here so far, and additionally I've solved this piece here, which I did at the same time as I did the other part of the white cross first of all. The next thing that I'm going to do is this orange and green edge piece around the back. So I'll locate it here and turn up a part of it and join it on, and then I've got the green part in there, so I'll put the green part up, give 2 turns and join it on and make that. After I've made that edge piece, I'm going to put in my 2 yellow inside edge pieces here, and I'm going to do that the same way that I just did the one. I'm going to use both of these sides of this front edge piece here. So I'll bring this one down, give it 2 turns, bring down the one that I had in the top, give it 2 turns back and return that, and then return this. And I've got one piece there. I'll need to place another yellow inside edge piece here, so I'll take one from here, turn that down, receive it, turn it up, return that, and I've got it there, and I'll place that piece here for the same process. I'll turn this down, give it 2 turns, turn that in, give it 2 turns back, and return both of those. And my yellow inside edge pieces are placed there, and the rest of my edges have remained solved. The next thing I'll do is insert the blue half of that edge piece and the orange half of that edge piece at the back there. So there's my blue edge piece, so I'll move that around to there. I've got a blue piece here that I can move up and join on, and then I can just simply turn that up and file that around and store it in the back there. Next one I'll create is this orange one. Turn that up, turn it onto that, and place it up next to the blue one, turn them around and return that. So now I've placed all of my edge pieces except for these 3 in the front. What I'm going to do is to cycle my 3 outside edges around a corner and use the parity alg to solve the 3 outside edge pieces. What I'm going to be trying to achieve is to put one outside edge piece like this one in the incorrect place but correctly orientated, so it's the red piece, the red outside edge piece, but it's on the green center, and I want these 2 pieces actually swapped. I want this equatorial layer edge piece up in the opposite side on the top, and I want the other edge piece with yellow on it in my equatorial layer. So in order to swap them, I'm just going to do a setup move, so I'll turn this one up to there and I'll just use my parity alg across here. So R U minus, R U, R U, R U minus, R minus U minus, R2 U. Then I'll undo my setup move, and you'll see that I've achieved my objective, what I wanted, and that is my equatorial layer outside edge piece in the top row on the opposite side of an incorrectly placed but correctly orientated one, and the other one here. The next thing I'll do is I'll turn my cube around, I'll reorientate my cube so that the yellow on this edge piece in the equatorial layer is on the U layer, and that my yellow face is either on my left or my right. And I will insert this piece into its correct spot by turning down, down, up, up, and that will place all of my outside edge pieces. The next thing that I'm going to do on this particular solve is just to switch these two edge pieces, these two inside edge pieces here. And how I'll do that is with the parity arc. So I'll again turn my cube around to here, and I'll make sure that I've got my bandaged face on the front and an unbandaged face on the right hand side, and I'll perform my parity arc to switch these two pieces here. R, U minus, R, U, R, U, R, U minus, R minus, U minus, R2, U, and these two pieces have both switched like that, and they're correctly made. Now I just have to place them, so I'll turn it around to an unbandaged face here with a bandaged face here, and I'll perform my parity arc again. R, U minus, R, U, R, U, R, U minus, R minus, U minus, R2, U, and that's switched those two pieces. I'll restore my setup move, and these pieces here have become solved and my cage is complete. I'm going to introduce another sequence here, and for this demonstration I've marked my cube on my yellow pieces here just to show you what happens. What I'm going to introduce is a cycle. It cycles this inside edge piece to here and this inside edge piece around to here. So it's a 3 cycle. It moves here, 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 and this one, the blue one, back over to here. And this is it. M minus, U, M minus, U, M minus, U2, M, U, M, U, M, U2, and I'll do it again. So I'm doing it twice. M minus, U, M minus, U, M minus, U2, M, U, M, U, M, U2. And you can see that my blue one has come around to here, my green one's gone up there, and my yellow one with 1 dot's gone to there, and this one with 2 dots has remained the same. Where that algorithm actually comes from is it's a 2-edge flipping algorithm that flips this and this edge, and I've just applied it twice to flip them once and flip them back, and that's disrupted these pieces into a cycle that will cycle around. The equatorial layer outside edge piece is in the top layer, or the yellow face, and the other outside yellow edge piece is in the equatorial layer there. What I'll do again is to reorientate my cube so that my yellow on the piece in the equatorial layer is on the top, and my yellow face is either on the left or the right, and then to place this piece into its correct spot. Which is going to solve my outside edge pieces. That's left me with 3 inside edge pieces that I'm going to want to cycle around, and I'm going to include them in my cycle across here. And how I'll go about doing that is I'll move the 2 on the same edge piece up to here, so they're there, and then my other piece that I want to put around the back is here. I'll need to do a U minus turn to put this piece here and put this piece on the back of where it goes, so they're opposite each other now, and bring this back to the front so that I'll be cycling between this, over to here. So I'll run through that sequence. And do it twice. And you can see that my pieces have gone in. And the next thing I'll do is undo that. So I'll bring this piece back around to there. Drop that down. Return that. And bring it back over. And my edge pieces here are all solved. This time I've been left with the situation where I've got 3 pieces in a cycle out of place. What I'm going to do is a neat little trick here. I'm going to use my unbanished face here to bring these 2 pieces together onto the one piece, like that, and then just move this one over the top and into the back position like that. So that piece is there, these 2 pieces are there, and I'm going to perform my sequence. And do it again. And you can see that my pieces have gone into place. So I'll bring this one back around and bring my pieces back into position, and these pieces are solved. And this is what you can do if you've got 2 pieces that need swapping directly. You can take those 2 pieces up so that the front one will go into that position, and then I'm going to need a green one at the back here so that it will come back around to here, and I can just use one of the ones from the side. So I'll just take that one over, place it in the back there, and perform my sequence. And do it again. Now the pieces have all gone in. I can bring this one back over, return this. I'll just show you how I'll deal with this situation where I've got 2 inside edges remaining here in this position. What I'll do is I'll move this piece up to here in this position. Now it would be best if I had a green one here, because then I could go green to green, red to red, and green back to green to complete my 3 cycle. And here's a green piece here, so I'll need to move this piece out of the way, move this piece around and in, and then move this piece back. Then I'll perform my cycle. And all of my pieces have gone into place. And to undo my setup move, I remember I turned that piece up, because these 2 pieces were the same. I turned that piece up, turned this piece around, and then I turned both of these back down and return this back around. For the most part, what I'll be trying to do first of all is to go around and exchange pieces like this and pieces like that around the back with the parity alg first of all, even if it takes a setup move to do that. Like I can replace this piece for this piece with the parity alg performed here, and etc. And then the last option will be generally, if it's needed, that double edge flip that cycles these 3 around.